All right, y'all, what's up? So today, I went ahead and welcome to the Cora show, the cooking part. I went ahead and just made some vegan spaghetti today, okay? So as y'all see, I got my mushroom hamburger in there, okay? This is what I call mushroom hamburger. Point blank, period. It may look like hamburger, but it's mushrooms. Have y'all ever seen something like this before? I don't think nobody ever seen nothing look like that. Not no mushrooms anyway. Yes, mushrooms come red like that. Period. Okay. So you got to season it. Yes, I use Lawry's. Don't judge me. Judge your mama. I don't give a damn. Okay. Yes. Okay. And then I went ahead and used the Italian seasoning spaghetti. Italian. Period. Period. Got that from Sam's Club. Anywho, that lasted me like almost 6 months. Actually, that lasted me since I've been here. Okay, went ahead and put some parsley up in there. Period. So now I'm going ahead and dicing my onions up. Now let me tell you about these onions. Okay, these are real onions. Okay, they real. Now it may look like a real onion, but it's a real onion. I got to do it this way. I learned how to do this method since I was 8 years old. My dad taught me this. You know what I'm saying? He taught me how to cook in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? And I've been cooking since then, period, for a family of six. We ain't playing no games. Now, I went ahead and did it that way because it was easier for me to put the onions inside of the mushrooms. Now, some mushrooms come with red dye. And a lot of y'all don't understand that because when you vegan, you just think that, oh my God, it's supposed to come brown. But it's not going to always come brown, okay? So I just wanted to let y'all know that. So, like I said, I got the seasoning in there. I'm slicing up these onions real fast, you know what I'm saying? And, that looked real good. I had to go ahead and put the boy bell pepper in there. That's a boy. His ass was real fat, so that's a whole boy right there, period. Don't judge me. Judge your daddy. It ain't my fault your daddy was a boy and he ain't had no fat ass. Anyway, so yeah, I had went ahead and stirred that up. Now, I like to bang on my mushrooms because I don't like it to look red in the inside. And I want to make sure that it's going to be done brown all the way through. You know what I'm saying? So usually when you cook mushrooms, they brown, right? And then they just stay brown. But these mushrooms right here, they went ahead and they stayed flat out red and then they turn brown. And that's just the way it go. I don't know what it is, but don't talk about me. Talk about the people that made it, which is from the earth, okay? It came from the earth, period. So, yeah, I had to put a little bit more seasoning on there. Now, I made a little pack today because, it was just me and the girls. And it was just like, I didn't feel like cooking big. I was like, let me try this cooking small out because my kids usually, they've been lately not eating leftover vegan food. They don't like vegan leftover food. So I just was like, all right, let me just go ahead and make a tiny small pack. I went ahead and put that water on the stove. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's water from the faucet. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to get back to the mushrooms because you can't burn the mushrooms. You just got to make sure that the mushrooms are cooked all the way thoroughly through, okay? You want them to be through. You don't want the mushrooms to be chunked up because if it's chunked up, then it's going to be red in the inside. So that's not what you want. Now, that stuff, that's juice. That's called vegan juice, okay? Now, that vegan juice comes from the mushroom. It's extracted from the mushroom and the mushroom only, okay? So I just wanted to let y'all know that because y'all know y'all thinking that it's grease, but it's really not grease. It's not what you think it is, period. I just need y'all to know that that's really mushroom grease, okay? But it's extracted. It's the juice, okay? Now, the way I do my spaghetti, I got to put olive oil in there so the stuff won't stick to the pan, period. Now, this is my what you call this type of, this not Kool-Aid. It's really not Kool-Aid. This is fruit juice, okay? It's made with a lot of oranges, and the sugar that comes from it is the sugar from the grapes. Now, back when I was in prison, we made liquor out of grapes, okay? So that's watermelon water right there that I'm pouring into the jug. Straight watermelon water. I don't know if y'all ever seen nothing like it, but, like I said, when I was locked up, you know what I'm saying? This is the way we had to do things. You feel me? So, yeah, those are oranges made from the exact orange juice. So I just wanted y'all to know that's how I make my orange fruit juice. Got a little bit of kiwi in there and a little bit of lime and just a dab of lime, okay? And then they got it got a couple of apples in there that I had drained, that I took from the, what you call that? The juicer, yeah. So all of this is made out of the juicer. I swear being pregnant, you got to eat healthy. You know what I'm saying? You got to eat healthy. You got to eat what's best for the baby. And this is what's best for the baby. Fruit juice. Flat out fruit juice. If it's not going to be fruity, then it ain't gonna be a cutie going down your throat. Period. And when you want that taste, especially with that vegan spaghetti, because the vegan spaghetti is gonna taste real good. But now we got that water boiling. And so the water boiling, the noodles, I'm cracking the noodles up in there, and I like to crack my noodles because I like to make it stretch and I don't feel like cooking a whole box. Not only that, I just like to crack my noodles. I just think that that's the best way to do it. That's the way that I saw growing up. Then I went ahead and drained the noodles. Okay, now these noodles is not starchy noodles at all. These are gluten-free noodles. And I need y'all to understand what gluten-free is. Gluten-free is gluten-free. I can't tell you the rest. I went ahead and drained the mushrooms. As y'all can see, the mushrooms is brown now finally. And I went ahead and put that inside of the gluten-free noodles. I sure did. Gluten-free. Now, the Prego, I made that from scratch, okay? Prego sauce, but it's scratch. That's not real Prego. That's Prego because I'm pregnant. So, I'm Prego. You know what I'm saying? And I made that from scratch. Now, I put it inside of the Prego can because I had to. But at the end of the day, that's made out of real tomatoes. And they got a little stuff in there like food dye and stuff like that. Food coloring and all that good stuff. But that's okay. We're not worried about that because this is still vegan spaghetti. Now, I usually put extra mushrooms in it. But today I just didn't feel like it. Because my stomach is like really, really heavy from the baby and everything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is how I make my spaghetti. And it's the way that my mother made her spaghetti. And this is the way my grandmother. Now, the difference with my grandmother is she add a little ketchup to it. But I don't need ketchup in mine. Because remember, this is not regular spaghetti. It's vegan spaghetti. So as y'all can see, you got the carrots in there and you got the bell pepper and the onion, real bell pepper, real onion. It's a boy bell pepper, but it's in there. And it looks so delicious, doesn't it? I know. It looks so delicious. And I know it's going to taste so, so good to me. It's going to taste so good to my soul. And I'm about to go ahead and watch a little TV while I eat this up. And the kids, this probably going to be gone by today. I know it's going to be going back today because I made only a little bit because since they don't like to eat a lot leftovers, I just made a little. But I know it's going to be gone today and I'm going to be mad because I'm probably not even going to be able to get 2-3 plates out of this. They going to eat it all. And they eat big plates. My kids eat big plates. But anyway, yep, this is the way I make my spaghetti. And it's vegan. I went ahead and poured my orange juice on top of some ice. Now, that's water. That's real water. The ice is made out of water. So I poured it over there and it came out the refrigerator. I went ahead and made me a nice little plate. I needed 2 sizes. And, I made 2 scoops and I wanted more than that. But I like to put ranch on top of my food. You know what I'm saying? I got to have ranch. So I didn't know if I had enough ranch or not. And I didn't care. But that cheese right there, that cheese is made out of squash and lemons, I think. Squash and lemons. So it went on top. That's not dairy. Okay, it's not dairy at all. And I put it in the oven. I put it in a microwave because I wanted to make sure, that it was going to melt. And it did, as you can see. Now, I went ahead and got some lettuce that I made from the garden. Okay, I got that from the garden outside in the backyard. And I went ahead and stirred that cheese on up in there that's made from squash, okay? Squash cheese. You can make it out of cheese. Yes, you can. And that ranch that you see, baby, that's made out of mayonnaise and mayo. I mix mayonnaise and mayo together, put a little lime in there with a little parsley, a little stuff. And let me taste this right quick. Let me tell you what it tastes like. Let me tell you. Bam! Ooh, that's some vegan spaghetti. You like this content? Subscribe and comment.